You're not going to believe what scientists have recently discovered is in the testicles of pretty much all men. Not just men, but dogs too. So it's everywhere. And this compound causes lower testosterone levels. It even results in infertility and impotence. Here's the thing. Testosterone levels in the modern world are half of what they used to be. It's very well known within a lot of people who work in the medical field and work with men's hormones that the average level of male testosterone levels, what's considered the normal range, has been dropped significantly over the recent decades. And this is due to many things, which I've talked about in other videos, but I believe that this compound, which is in men's testicles at high alarming levels, is one of the main contributors to high estrogen and low testosterone in modern men. So keep watching because I'm going to reveal what this compound is, but more importantly, how you can avoid it and how you can remove it from your body. I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit subscribe to support the channel and make sure you get your free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. This week I was at a Qigong workshop and I was having a conversation with a really good friend of mine, and he was telling me about this scientific study that he came across, which, I had to go check out myself. And basically in this study, they took about 12 dozen men and like 50 dogs, men and dogs, just to like really see if this was a widespread thing. And they were testing for different levels of chemical compounds, contaminants, whatever that was in the testicles of the subject group. And what they found was that there was an alarmingly high level of microplastics, plastic, in the testicles of 24 men and 50 dogs. And this is a pretty good indication that the average man and the average dog in the modern world has a high level of plastic. That's right, plastic in the testicles, which means that it's probably all over the body as well. Why is this alarming? Well, plastic has certain properties known as xenoestrogens. Xenoestrogens mimic estrogen, a hormone within the body. And estrogen is considered a more feminine hormone. Women are estrogen dominant. High estrogen levels correlate to higher levels of body fat, growing man boobies, being more emotional, more moody, weight gain, being lethargic, lazy, low energy levels. These are things that happen when you have high levels of estrogen in the body. And another thing that happens is when you have all of these estrogens, these xenoestrogens binding to your androgen receptors, it means that there's not as many receptors available to bind to testosterone. So even if your baseline testosterone level is high, most likely your free testosterone is going to be low. So you will have symptoms of low testosterone and estrogen dominance. And this is an extremely common thing in the modern world. If you go out in public and you look around, men are becoming less and less androgenic, less and less testosterone dominant, and more estrogen dominant. Again, your grandfather had double the testosterone level that you likely have right now. And there's many factors to this, but plastics is a huge one. So the question is, how the hell do we have all these plastics in the body, all these xenoestrogens? And this is where we get into practical advice of how to, avoid putting more of these plastics in your body. So think about it. How many plastic products do you use? Probably drink out of plastic water bottles, have food that's stored in plastics, plastic Tupperware, but it goes further than that. The clothes that you wear. If you're wearing polyester clothing, which, I certainly wear my share of polyester clothing, it's plastic. And what happens is the material breaks down, it's absorbed by your skin, and it gets into your bloodstream. And a lot of the household products that you use, shampoo, soap, toothpaste, deodorant, all kinds of things, fragrances, these are loaded with endocrine disrupting chemicals. So you're using your average store-bought shampoo, conditioner, soap. It's literally poisoning your body. You're literally putting toxicity in your body and disrupting your endocrine system. It's unfortunate that the health and beauty section of a store is loaded with the most toxic chemicals in the store. It's crazy. And people are just putting on these things on their skin every day. Anything you put on your skin is going into your bloodstream and it's going to end up in your balls. And because your testicles are where your testosterone is produced, it's where your male hormones are produced, when there's a lot of plastic floating around in them, you are going to have low testosterone levels, most likely. And this also can correlate to having prostate problems, swollen prostate, prostatitis, all kinds of things. So start avoiding plastic products. Now, it's not realistic to completely avoid plastic. It's impossible. It's in the water that we drink for many reasons. If you have plastic tubing in your house, not to mention when you're drinking tap water, you're drinking water that someone else drank, peed out. It goes through the water purification systems that they have. But if you've seen like the test levels of the chemicals and the compounds that are in the average tap water, I mean, there's birth control residuals in there, there's estrogen. In the drinking water, there's probably tons of plastic xenoestrogens because so many people are consuming them. It's circulating around in the city water supply, which is why I recommend getting the best water filtration system you have possible. I'm very fortunate to have well water out here in the mountains of North Carolina, so I have a pretty clean water supply. But when I was living in the city, I had a pretty high quality water filtration system. I think that distilled and reverse osmosis is one of the best ways to filter your water, and I know that takes out the minerals, but there's actually benefits to that, in that drinking distilled or reverse osmosis water, it actually gets rid of some of the excessive mineral buildup, like in your joints, that can contribute to joint issues and things like that. But if you're that paranoid about it, just add a little Himalayan pink salt, a little sprinkle into your reverse osmosis or distilled water, boom, it's remineralized. So drinking water is number one. Avoid plastic products as much as you can. And again, you can't avoid everything, but you may want to consider not drinking out of plastic water bottles as much as possible. I use a stainless steel water bottle and I drink out of glasses. Food storage, Tupperware and like plastic bags, no good. I use silicone and glass Tupperware containers to store my food in. Do your best to wear organic clothing, clothes that are made with organic cotton, organic hemp, things like that, bamboo. You could at least get some organic cotton underwear, not tight underwear, but like some loose boxer type underwear that will at least put a barrier protection between your balls and the polyester clothes and all the plastics being released from them. At the very least, you want to start using natural based products on your skin and on your body, your shampoo, your conditioner, your soap, your toothpaste, your deodorant. You want to look at the ingredient lists and look at, oh, look at these chemicals. I don't need to be putting these on my skin. So it just takes a little bit of research, a little bit of mindfulness, and then you know what to look for, and then your lifestyle just becomes a habit based on using natural products. Artificial scents are a big thing to avoid as well. You know, if you use like Axe body spray, air fresheners, these things are terrible endocrine disruptors. Like when I go to the gym and someone's wearing like body spray, I can smell it from like 20 feet away. It literally gives me a headache. You can use real essential oils and things like that if you want some scent, but don't use these garbage body products. So again, doing little things like this can help you to at least minimize or lessen your exposure to plastics, but it's impossible to avoid entirely, which is why detoxification is important. How do we purge these things from the body? And that's the best thing to focus on, because when your detox game's strong, you don't have to be so concerned about, oh my God, I'm not wearing 100% organic bamboo clothes every day. Because here's the thing, we live in a toxic world. We might as well embrace it and learn to thrive within that. It's like, you don't want to be the delicate flower that, like, if it doesn't get just the right fertilizer every day, if you don't get all of your perfect supplements and raw foods or whatever every day, you're going to shrivel up and die. You want to be like a weed, which can thrive amidst a somewhat toxic environment, and making your nervous system, your mind and body more resilient, upgrading your nervous system through Qigong, breathwork, yoga practices, and of course, having a detoxification lifestyle is going to allow you to be able to, we could say, transmute the toxins that come into your body. You become an alchemist, you turn shit into gold, baby. So detoxification is number one. And I'm gonna drop some tips to help you specifically detoxify xenoestrogens and plastics from the body. Number one is cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables bind to estrogens and you pee them out. So broccoli, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, these are some of my favorites. And you don't have to go crazy. I don't like eating giant plates of vegetables, but I do like to add some broccoli and some Brussels sprouts every now and then to my diet. Another really nice thing is getting some powdered artichoke. Artichoke's another cruciferous vegetable, has really strong anti-estrogenic properties. I'll put a link in the description to an organic artichoke powder, which you take that every day and it'll help you to release some of these xenoestrogens, release these plastics from your system. Sauna is an important thing. Sweat is one of the number one ways that you can detoxify your body. The skin is the largest organ in the body. So hitting the sauna a few times a week is going to help you to release toxins from your body. I personally noticed that when I'm using a sauna a few times a week, my libido is higher, I have better morning erections, it has an obvious boost on my testosterone. And some men are concerned about, well, what about it heating up my balls because you want to keep them cold? Well, ice your balls after you sauna, or even better, if you can, take an ice pack into the sauna and keep your balls cold. Not that big of a deal. There's a sauna at the gym that I use, but I also have an at-home portable sauna unit. I've had it for years. I love it. I use it all the time. I'll put a link to that one in the description. And also drinking plenty of clean, high-quality water while you're doing this to help, flush things out. That's important. Hydration is number one, but only if you have an uncontaminated water supply, which isn't easy in the world that we live in. You can also check out my sexual vitality detox video for more detoxification tips. I go way more into that subject in the video. One other thing I want to drop here is that I have a secret, specific testicle detoxification protocol that I've been using, which I think is very effective. I cannot talk about it here though without getting, taken down. So find a link in the description of this video to my secret testicle detox regimen. All right, guys, keep those plastics out of your system and your testosterone levels will be good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe to support the channel and let me know in the comments below what you personally are doing to avoid plastics or to detoxify them out of your body. Have a great day, my friend.